Not really. That's a white lady off the Wheel of Fortune. My name's CJ, and this is the Apple iPad. This is Generation 1 iPad. It doesn't have as many features as the iPad 2 or the new iPad that they try to get you to spend $400 on. But this is the original. It's the cheapest, and I suggest you get this one. The iPad is pretty easy to use. It's got a touch interface, just like the iPhone, for people who are familiar with more touchscreen Apple products. And when you swipe over left from the home screen, there's a search button, and you type in anything you need, and anything that might be on here. That means documents, web pages you've been to, and other things like apps that you need to get to quickly without searching through all the 20 pages of apps that you may or may not have. You can just go to the search button, it'll take you right there. It comes with these major apps, the messages button where you can contact other people who have Apple products that are able to have a chat function. There's a calendar, contacts, reminders. There's also the iTunes Store, the settings button, and YouTube. Those come already on here, so if you've got Wi-Fi and you got an iPad, you can already use those if you have an iTunes account. As you see, I've got 1.5 pages of apps. The App Store is pretty fun. You can find an app for almost anything, like find it for a calculator, find it for a word processor. They have a miniature word processor that converts to Microsoft Word if you need to do your homework on it, and stuff like that. The App Store is pretty convenient for those who have the money to pay for the more expensive apps, or the ones who go for the cheap shit like I do. This is the 64 gig original iPad, and it can hold my some 2,000 odd songs and still not be a fourth of the way full. Back to the home page, we also have iBooks, which you can have actual books, or you could do like I do and take them forcibly, because I'm a beast. Anyway. You can house all kinds of content on here, whether that be music. Pandora and Slacker on here if you want to get your radio on and you don't have the music that you actually want to listen to. There's also Vivo from YouTube. There's the YouTube app does not use the same running system that the YouTube website uses, because Apple's iPad does not use Flash. They have a different software that still manages to play the YouTube videos, just in a different format. The format can also be applied to almost any video on the net if you go to the right website, but there are some that don't, specifically on Vimeo and Tumblr. Back to the home page again, there's also apps you can get like Netflix, iTunes Trailers if you want to see anything like that. You can also go to Safari. It runs on Safari. This is a nerdy page about the Avengers movie that's coming out in May. And if you want to read it again, or you want to save it for later because you want to show somebody because you're that kind of person, you can send it to the home screen. Just like that. And there's also an email client and an app store. The app store also updates its apps every 2 to 3 months. The updates can be switched from automatic to manual. Manual meaning you would have to go in and click update yourself, or automatic, they would do it when you're not using your iPad, like when you're asleep or something. You can also download games. Again, word processing software and all kinds of other stuff. There's exercise apps and just all kinds of fun stuff that you can do with Apple's iPad. That's about it. And I've been CJ, your Vanna White.